What's up? One of the things I've been thinking about, man, is once at whatever point, once this free agency period begins, what are the Eagles going to do? And it's been, you know, a known fact and a trend ever since Andy Reid and Lurie's been in control of the team, and Andy Reid's been head coach. That you don't really know what you're going to get or what's going to happen with the Eagles with free agency until it begins. They're hush hush. You never know. Never know. But apparently, I'm watching NFL Network today, Total Access, and it's been reported by I forget the guy's name, but it's been reported anyway that the Eagles are supposedly going to make a big splash. They're going to be, on top of things. They're going to be making moves once free agency begins at whatever point. And they threw out some names. And I'm like, well, they brought up the whole Plaxico Burress thing, and, if that happens, it might. But then again, they don't think it's likely that Plaxico is going to end up coming to the Eagles. That's fine. I made a video a couple days ago about the Plaxico thing. I mean, if we sign him, great. I'm all for it. But if not, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. You can't really miss what you don't have or never had, But, yeah, I'm all for signing Plaxico. But I already talked about that, so, go watch my last video about Plaxico to Philly. Get my thoughts on that. Anyway, a couple other names that's been thrown out there was Albert Haynesworth. And, the name sounds great. I love the guy's size, man. He's a beast of a man. He's a monster. You have him in the middle of the line on the defensive line. He demands double teams a lot, and that would help out Trent Cole a lot, the thing that I don't like is if they were talking about trading him away, the Redskins, I don't want to make another trade with Washington. I don't. I don't want to, yeah, we'd be getting Albert Haynesworth, but he don't have a lot of football left. He's not as young as a lot of players. He's not going to be around another 6-7 years. No, I mean, maybe a 5th round pick, maybe at best. And that contract that he has, $100-some million. I don't want the Eagles to pick that. I don't think the Eagles would pick that up with the question marks of his attitude. They were even talking about it on NFL Network. His attitude, his willingness, is he going to actually want to play? Stuff like that. The locker room, that's all in question. And that's a lot of money to be spending on a guy that has a big question mark on him like that. So, that's kind of, I don't think we will make a trade with Washington. I don't think anybody will actually make a trade with Washington for Haynesworth because of that. I think the more logical way of us getting him, if we do get him, would be to go through free agency if the Redskins release him. And if the Redskins release him, I think we might have a shot because, Jim Washburn, we just signed him defensive line coach. He was with Haynesworth for a long time in Tennessee. He wanted him in Tennessee last year. So I think, if he's a free agent, I think Washburn might push to get Haynesworth in Philly, but I don't think it'll be for a huge contract, which would be a plus. I'd be more happy with that. A smaller contract, fewer years, maybe 3, maybe 4, So I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't be happy trading for Haynesworth, though. Now, another name that was thrown out was Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush. Now, I've never been a huge Reggie Bush fan, I guess. He is a running back that cannot run between the tackles at all, in my opinion. I mean, he's outside the tackles. He can catch the ball. He can play in the return game a little bit. But I mean, I'm not. Again, another thing they talked about on NFL Network that I would have said, and I'm about to say, why spend money on a guy that's going to give you less than what McCoy would give you? Because McCoy can run in between the tackles. He can run in between the tackles and do everything else that Reggie Bush does. Reggie Bush just gets more glamour, more light and attention because of his USC days coming out of college, and I just don't think signing Reggie Bush would be good, especially with the backups that we got. I think our running backs are very capable of getting the job done, especially with McCoy. He's on an upswing, man. Like, he's only going to get better. So I'm happy with McCoy. So no, I don't want Reggie Bush. I don't want Reggie Bush. It's a waste of money. I just don't see a need for Reggie Bush on the Eagles right now. I just don't. So, that being said, now I'm not for Reggie Bush. Now, another name that I really, really, really been wanting to hear associated with the Eagles, and I really want, is the cornerback that was released from Oakland, Nnamdi Asomugha. We get him to play the other side of the field, opposite Asante. Man, that's 2 shutdown cornerbacks. I mean, and then you sign a couple, third DBs, whatever. I think Nnamdi Asomugha would really, tie up any question marks about the secondary as far as cornerbacks. He's a shutdown guy. He's Nnamdi Asomugha. He just doesn't get enough attention as he should have because he was playing for Oakland on a lot of very bad teams for a while. So, I'm all for Asomugha. I'm all for Haynesworth if we can sign him via free agency instead of trading for him. Plaxico, yeah, possibly. I'm for that too. Reggie Bush, no, I'm not. So, any other names you guys can come up with, let me know. Comments, video responses, always welcome. NFL, I say this every video I make lately. Get off your asses. I don't care what you do, how you do it, where you do it. Get something done. We want football. Get football on the field in August. I want preseason at this point. So get it done, man. NFL, get off your asses. The NFL Players Association, get off your asses. Get a deal done. Fuck the bullshit. The fans are hurting more than anybody. You motherfuckers got millions of dollars already. So, with that being said, go Birds. That's it. Peace.